Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you. This is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated, where I help you to build unshakable confidence, stop procrastinating, and to get your dreams out of your head into your life. I pray that you are having an amazing start to your Tuesday. And I'm going to give you a few minutes to hop on the line with me, and we're going to get this party started. Today is a beautiful day. Today is a beautiful day. Today is a blessed day. Today is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice, and I choose to be glad in it. And I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. My day, it started really early, probably about, I think it was probably like 10 minutes after 4. But the time that I spent with the Lord, it was so refreshing. And to just know that when you think about, you're not dipping with God, but you're dwelling with God. Good morning, Miss Rose. Thank you so much for joining. That you are dwelling in God, that you are nothing apart from Him. That was just so refreshing to me. Those things that that you must apply in order for them to be effective in your life. Good morning, Regina. Thank you so much for joining. So I'm super excited about life. Life is nothing for us to be dragging about. We can go through many things, we can experience many things, but our life is not based on our situations and our circumstances. Blessings, and thank you for your prayers. You are welcome. God bless you. You are so welcome. Life is not based on our situations and circumstances. Life can be what we make it. Life can be what we make it. And so you see what the title of this live feed is, that nothing will work if you don't use it. As I was getting ready this morning and just listening at the voice of the Lord, and that was the thing that came to me. Nothing will work if you don't use it. We have a little, good morning, Angela. Thank you so much for joining. Nothing will work if you do not use it. You don't have to think it's going to work, guess it's going to work, because if you're not using it, I can tell you 100% guarantee that it is not going to work. Good morning, Sandra. Thank you so much for joining. Nothing is going to work if you don't use it. We can have a thing and we don't use it. We don't get the effects of it. We can know a thing and we don't apply it. We're not going to get the effects of it. Amen. Thank you for praying. You're so welcome, Angela. You're so welcome. We must use what we have in order for what we have to be effective in our life. It does us no good. We don't need to get in a program. We don't need to be a part of a group. I don't need to be nowhere. Just gathering information and just around people. That is a waste of space and a waste of time. Can I just be transparent and very honest? Today is Transparent Tuesday, and it's also going to be mixed with a little Keeping It Real with Coach O, because we just gather ourselves. We gather. Do you know a bunch of sticks that has been gathered together after we had that storm? Now you can just ride around town where they have cut down trees and you just got wood just gathered together, but it ain't connected to nothing. You got wood and trees and limbs and branches and all this stuff. It's just in big piles gathered together, but it is not connected to life. It is no longer connected to the source that was supplying the nurturing, that was supplying the lifeline. When we just gather, oh, this right here is good to me. When we just gather together and we're not connected to nothing, it's not doing us any good. Anything that we are not using, it is not serving us. I have made up in my mind in the midst of COVID-19, which I had kind of started at the first of the year, anything is not serving me, I'm not showing up. I'm not going to show up. I am not going to just show up and gather up on the side of the road with all the rest of the branches, with all the rest of the trees, with all the rest of the limbs, with all the rest of the sticks. We just gathering up, but we don't have no source. Good morning, Nikita. Thank you so much for joining. We all gathering up just like these trees that has been cut up after this storm that is no longer connected to the source. We just gathering for the sake of gathering to say we are part of something. But if you don't use, oh, come on now, y'all too quiet for me. If you don't use what you know and what you have, what good is it? Nothing that you have that's not used is serving you any purpose. You can have all the stuff in the world. What good is it to have a key and you never put in a lock? What good is it to have a car and you don't never drive it? What good is it to have a house and you never stay in it? What good is it to have relationships and you never communicate with them? You never communicate in the relationship. You're never happy. You never have a smile. You never like being there. What good is it to be on a job that you hate? You are showing up somewhere, checking your soul in at the door when you go in, but it is killing you every hour that you're there. Every day that you show up, that you start making songs and you have cliches that is miserable Monday and terrible Tuesday and hump day Wednesday and then all these, this whatever day it is, Thursday, and you thanking God that it's Friday, that we'll rush 5 days to get to 2, that I don't get that. You have to make a point that you enjoy life because you're connected to the right stuff. You're being fed, you're being nourished, you're being nurtured, you're feeling love, you're growing. Because anything that we don't feed, we can kill it. But anything you feed will live. Anything you feed will live. So why is it that we accumulate so much knowledge and we don't apply it? And let me tell you something. A lot of us are stuck in life, stuck in places that we have power right in our hand. You got resources that would change your whole entire life. You are connected to people that can change your life, and you ain't doing nothing with it. And for those that need proper English, you're not doing anything with it. You are not doing anything with them. You are connected to some powerful people. And I'm not tooting my own horn, but you connected to me. If you are not pulling on me and using resources that I have, getting connected with me, where you can do some of the things that you want to do, that you see I'm doing, but you will see that I'm doing it, but you will go and ask somebody else. Now, what kind of crazy stuff is that? Can I just be honest? You got people, they'll go and pay somebody else, but they'll come and ask you for stuff that they know you know how to do. They know you know how to do it, but they'll go and pay somebody else, and then they'll call you and talk about how they gypped them out of their money. I get it. I'm telling you, I get it. They'll want to do what you're doing, but instead of them saying, well, let me partner with you. Let me get connected with you. Let me pay you. They'll want to do what you're doing, but they'll go and get direction from somebody else. How is somebody else going to help them do what you do? Good morning, Renee. Thank you so much for joining. How is somebody else going to help them do what you do? I remember, this is a real story. I remember I had a beautician. Good morning, Anterica. I really miss my beautician. I had a beautician by the name of Dwight. He was my beautician from like the 7th grade up until he died. And I remember the last day that I had spent time with him, I was the only customer he had. And we sit there, and when I was under the hair dryer, listen, when I was under the hair dryer, he sit at the dryer beside me. So we talked and we had, I never will forget this day, but we had chicken pot pie from KFC, and we ate chicken. Dwight, we was cool. I mean, I was nothing but a client, but he was a hairstylist and a friend, you know, where I was able, I mean, and that last time that he did my hair, I used to go there every Wednesday, put my little name on the door. I used to be the first person once I found out, because when I first started going, I'm going to tell you this, I'm going somewhere. When I first started going to him, I was a kid, I was 7th grade, and you had some mean old biddies, and I'm calling them old biddies because they could have been in their 30s or whatever. They knew they wasn't there first, but in the 7th grade, you're not going to speak up. So you used to have all these grown people. They would go and when he asked, who's next? Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, Camelia. Thank you so much for joining. You know, when he would ask who's next, them grown people just run up in front of me, knowing I was there first. I used to get my hair done in the 7th grade, leaving up out of his shop on the weekend at 12 and 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. So fast forwarding, the last time that I was there getting my hair done, he sit there and we just talking and I'm listening to him and different things. We sitting eating chicken pot pies from KFC and chicken. But this is my point that I'm getting ready to make. He had a client that had fell out with him, but the client came to him and asked him to show her new beautician how to do her hair like he did it for years. Now, ain't that crazy? That's the point that I was trying to make. The client, good morning, Robert, his client that he had did her hair for years, and her hair ain't been the same since he died. She asked him to show her new beautician how to do her hair like he did it. This is my point. You got people that will call on you, depend on you, need what you got, like what you have. They'll want to get the information from you, but they'll go and pay somebody else. What a crying shame. What a crying shame. And I know, you know, this is a hard truth for people to hear because some of y'all are guilty. You figure, oh, I'm going to go over here and support this person and I'm going to pay this person and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. They will come to you. But do you know, sometimes they'll come to you. They want all this stuff from you. And then you will find out that they didn't pay somebody else to build the house. You told them what material to use. You gave them the blueprint. You laid out their whole foundation. I know that this is a hard truth to hear, but this is a truth that we need to hear because we need to understand that we have access to stuff that we are not using. And then we will sit back and say, this didn't work. It's not going to work if you're not using it. You can have a smack, as they say, a smack brand new car with the key in your pocket. Key laying on you, the car ain't working. This car is not working. You got push button, but you instead of pushing the button, and you're not going to be able to go nowhere because your key's in the house. My truck don't work. It'll say no key is recognized or no key found. Some mess pops up there. You are not, even if you can have your key in your car, but if your battery is low in your remote and your car do not recognize if your car do not recognize that key is nearby, baby, you is not cranking up anything. So if you got a low battery, you still would not be able to use the push button. So how is it that we think that we can have things, we can have resources, we can have programs, we can have wisdom? How do we think that we can have that stuff in our possession, but it's not close enough for us to use it? It's not close enough for us to use it. We're not using what we have, and we're still searching and fishing. But you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what? The thing, if you're not using the one thing, you're not going to go use nothing else, because it's not the things that you have that's not working. It's you not working what you got. It's you not being consistent. It's you not being faithful. It's you not being committed. This is a hard truth that you gotta. This is a hard truth that you gotta hear, because if it's working, if the key will work when the key is near the car, it'll work if you get the key. It'll work if you put it in. It'll work if you close by. It'll work if you work it. Do you hear me? Did you hear me what I said about the branches in the beginning? Do you see there have to be a connectiveness? There have to be a closeness. You can't be just dipping in and you're going to have to dwell by. If you want something to work, you cannot be walking by a thing and you're not connected to a thing and you need it to work in your favor. This is all I'm saying. Don't say that the book is not working. Don't say that the program is not working. Don't say that the job is not working. Don't say if the business is not working. You got to be connected. If you're not connected, it's not going to work. Your relationship with God won't work if you won't work it. If you're not connected, He is the source. He said that you are the branches. Oh, come on now, somebody. You are the branches. He is the Good morning, Shanti. Thank you so much for joining. You're going to always be in a place of discontentment if you are not connected to the source that provides your nourishment. You are always going to be in a place of discontentment if you are not connected to the source that will be your strength. You are always going to be in a place of discontentment if you don't stay connected to the place and the source of love. Love is in the branch, is in the tree. It's not in the branches. It's not in the branches. The branches that I see, and over time, good morning, Michelle. Thank you so much for joining. Over time, that collection of branches that's sitting on the side of the road that used to be green, they're turning brown. The ones that used to have life, they're dead because you're not connected to nothing. You're not connected to people. You're thinking because you're isolating and you're dealing with some stuff. You think because come on now, somebody. You think because you're not going to talk to me. You think because you have isolated yourself and you done stack yourself up on the side of the road, you have isolated yourself and you done stack yourself up in a room with other people. You're talking to other people that has disconnected themselves from the source. You are not going to grow. You are not going to live. You're not going to get better. You have to be connected in order to live. Soon as we go through something, we run. We dealing with something. We ain't talking to nobody. You ain't hurt nobody by you cutting yourself off from the tree. You hurting yourself. You're not hurting nobody. And guess what? As another thing, as I was standing in there and I was thinking and I was talking to the Lord, He said, you know what? Time will pass right on by you. And time will pass right by you. And guess what? Time with the enemy would allow time to pass right there by you while you watch it go by. Nothing changed when time passes by and you ain't doing nothing. Nothing changed just because the clock strike 12 and the clock strike 7. Guess what? From 12 to 7, if you didn't get up and do nothing, ain't nothing going to be done. You going to say, dog, I didn't know all this time had passed by. What time is it? I didn't know that time had went by that fast. You can sit there for 7 hours. You can sit there for 12 hours. You can sit there for 24 hours. You can sit there for a day. You can sit there for a week. You can sit there for a month. But until you get up and do something, nothing is going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to get up out of that rut and think that I got to stay connected. I gotta stay connected. Good morning, Miss Onika. This was my first time here. So glad I found you. You are truly speaking to me. I thank God for you. Thank God for you. So glad you're here. So glad you're here. God bless you. So glad that the Lord led you here. Please share this out because this is just the truth. I am a realist. I can sit here, I can come on here and be just as fake as a lot of other people that come on Facebook and social media. I'm a realist. It does me no good if I don't come on here and tell you the truth. It does no good if I don't tell you what you need to hear. I don't care about no followers. If I don't get followers, I don't get followers. But if I'm talking to one and they get it, my job is done. We must get out of the root of thinking because we disassociate ourselves from the source that we hurting the source. Nobody is hurting but us. Nobody is suffering but us. Nobody is dying but us. Where you tuning in from, Dolores? Let me know where you're tuning in from. That would be great if you would let me know where you're tuning in from. We gotta be connected to something and somebody that is gonna move us into action like never before. Because time would pass by and we would hurt day after day after day after day, situation after situation, circumstance after circumstances, pandemic after this and that. We were hurt. We were hurt. And nothing will change in our life until we do. Nothing will change about our situation until we have a different perspective, until we look at it different, until we dive in. That's it. You're a realist. That's why I love you. I am here from Houston. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much from Houston. God bless you. We gotta be real. See, a lot of times we don't be real with people because we're afraid they'll unfollow us, they'll unfriend us. But see, my job, my task is, if I can make friends, that's great. If I can have associates, that's great. If I can have, but my task is for transformation and change. It is time out for being wooed and moved, and we're stuck in the same position. We need to be moved, wooed, and changed and transformed, where we are doing an about phase, where we're coming up out of situations like never before, where we said, you know what, I was stuck. I was lost. I was at, my wit's end. I was down. I was out. I didn't know if I needed to turn to the left or to the right. I didn't know what to do. But when I got connected, oh my God, when I got connected, when I got out of my own way, when I stopped listening at the voice of people that was not doing nothing, when I got out of those negative circles and got connected with people that are going places and doing things, when I got connected with people that that was doing what I wanted to do. I'm telling you, let me tell you something. Last month, I hired, I think it was April the 5th. I hired a coach. I've been in groups. I've done group coaching. I'm doing group coaching. I'm a part of group coaching. I'm a part of 3 different group coaching settings, but I wanted a one-on-one coach. You don't know the trajectory of life, of a life-changing experience to have a one-on-one coach. Because see, it's almost like church. When you go to church on Sunday morning, the pastor don't have time to talk to you one-on-one. He's talking to the masses. So some of the things he say may not even be applicable to you to that day. So a lot of times you'll show up service after service, and some of it may hit you, some of it may miss you, some of it may be on you, some of it may be off you, some of it may be for you, some of it may not be for you. But we know that the word of God is for us all. But that Sunday you may think that you went there and didn't get nothing. Listen to me. You may feel like I didn't get nothing today because that didn't apply to me. I'm not dealing with that situation. That wasn't applicable. It just depends on, the day. It depends on the sermon. It depends on all those different sorts of types of things. But when you got to talk to a person one-on-one, you got to deal with what they got going on in that situation. It's almost like when you're in Sunday school, you can ask questions, but you're not asking questions during service, right? So when you have a group coach, you may have there's a group setting, and there's benefits that you can get if you pay attention. But I'm going to tell you what happens. A lot of times in a group setting, you close your mind off because you feel like they're not talking to you, but you're afraid to hire a one-on-one coach. You're afraid to be mentored one-on-one because you're afraid to step out and make the investment and say, let me pour this into me. But do you know when you make an investment into yourself, it takes you to a whole nother level? And the point that I was getting to, when I hired a coach, my business has went to a whole nother level just from me having that one-on-one faith to say, I'm stepping out and I'm going to do something different than this group coaching. I'm getting some, but I'm not getting everything that I could. I'm getting some, but I'm not getting what I want. I'm getting some, but I need some one-on-one attention. You hear me? Do you feel me? You got to get connected, whether it be to Coach O or it's to somebody else. You need to get connected to a source that can bring life to your situation. You need to get connected. And I know a lot of us, we said we can't afford it. I'm going to tell you what I did for my coach. I look and figure I got 2 kids graduating. There's things that's happening on my job. We're in the midst of this and that. But I said, a lot of times you have to evaluate if an investment is worth it. But sometimes you have to say, I can't afford this investment, but I can't afford not to have this investment. So I put my coaching program on a credit card. Good morning, Tamika. Thank you so much for joining. That may not be the way for everybody. But see, sometimes there's opportunities that you cannot pass because you can't afford them. Come on now. I'm talking to me. There are opportunities that you cannot pass by because you didn't put in your mind that you couldn't afford it. Do you know since I invested in a one-on-one coaching program that I have already 10 times that investment in less than 30 days? You're not going to tell me what could happen when you make up your mind to say, I need something more. See, we'll do the group thing because it's cheaper. We'll do the group thing because we're scared. We'll do the group thing because we're fearful and we're not sure. But you got to step out on faith and say, God, I'm doing this in your hand. God, I am going to do this because you said, if I invest in me, you will invest in me. When I take the first step, you will help me with the other steps. God, I'm doing this because I need to be connected. I don't want to be just hanging off as no branch. I want to be so close that I can feel I can feel when the water is flowing from the ground up through the root. That's why I want to be close. See, we want to, and anything, I'm telling you, anything that you don't use, how many programs that you done signed up that you're not utilizing? You done put them books on the shelf, you ain't using it. It got good information. It got years of information. It has all type of information that can change the trajectory of your life, that can change your situation. But you know what? You ain't using it because what you telling yourself, I don't have time. I'm working on this, that, and the third. You working on all this stuff that don't have you nothing, don't have you no results, but have you overwhelmed. And you said, it ain't working. My business ain't working. My relationship is not working. It'll work if you work it. Stop trying to be involved in everything and use your authority to say no. You don't have to be a part of everybody's program. You don't have to jump on everybody's live. You don't have to try to attend every Zoom meeting. You jumping on every Zoom meeting, every doggone live that come on, and then you get frustrated with the overwhelming information. And the one meeting you should have had your behind on, you missed it. Because what you said, I already had something scheduled. You already know that stuff you attended. It ain't moving you. You at the same place you was 3 months ago. You feeling the same way you felt 6 months ago. So why not get yourself on something that just you said, you know what? I see her. I see him. Let me get over here on this. Because some things that I'm a part of, it's not benefiting me. It's benefiting them. Y'all not going to talk to me today. I know this is a hard truth. I know you wondering. I know you in between. Should I do this and should I do that? You might need to take a pause and let the Lord guide your feet. Because he said the steps of a good man, they are ordered. They're ordered. We're walking our own way, doing our own thing. And then we get upset when things are not working in our favor. It is not going to work if you're not using it. Please hear me. I don't care what you done bought. You can be them bought some red bottoms. You can be them bought all type of programs. You can be them bought all type of pretty stuff. And that's cute. Don't nobody see it because you ain't wearing it. That's this. I got into this and I got into that. You get into the business, but you're not using it. How is the business benefiting you and the people that you're supposed to be serving if you're afraid to talk about it? You're afraid to tell them what you offer. You're afraid to tell them what service you have. You're afraid to tell them what products you're selling. How you need to be connected with somebody that's going to tell you everybody is a salesman. When people ask you, girl, who did your hair? You just sold your beautician. Girl, who do your nail? You just sold your nail shop. Where you get that burger from? You just sold that restaurant. You don't have to be a salesman. You can be a shareman. Did you hear me? You don't have to be a salesman. You can be a shareman. Share your experiences. Share how the products that you're using, how they're benefiting you. Share. When you share what is working for you and what you love, and you build relationships. Some of us, I had a lady contacted me yesterday and I just started laughing. I'm just like, oh my God. She connected in inbox. Hey, I said, hey. And the next thing I know, the very next message was a doggone link to some beauty supply stuff. I'm in this business and I'm trying to stay safe, and I couldn't even say nothing. I just looked, I'm shaking my head, looking at my phone, and I'm thinking, why? Stop throwing up on people with your business. and your links and your groups and your this and your that, and you haven't even asked them how they doing. Stop throwing up on people with your business. When you build relationships, people, when they're relationships makes you relatable, and we see we have something in common. And when I see you got natural hair and you got natural products, hey girl, tell me about your products. When I see you got detoxing tea and I know I need to detox and cleanse my body and get some of this stuff out that's weighing me down and having me feeling all sluggish, girl, tell me about your tea. Tell me, when I see that you're traveling and I want to travel, and I see you must can afford it, and I know you looking like me, tell me about this doggone travel business. Tell me, how in the world are you going to this place? Tell me about your coach. Tell me about this Empowering 8 group. Tell me about this book. Tell me about this, that, and the third when I get to know you. But what we want to do, we want to meet folks and just drop our drawers. Who do that? I don't know nothing about you. I don't know what you packing. I don't know if you're a man or woman between your legs. I don't know what you carrying. I don't know nothing about you. Who finna do what, when, where? What are you talking about? Go sit down. Don't do that. Don't do that. Nothing that you're working on is going to work if you are not relational. People want to know that you're real. Good morning, Nisa. Thank you so much for joining. That's why I come on here and be raw, real, and unseasoned. This ain't no scripted. I can come on here and be just as scripted and proper. I got proper etiquette. I can come on here and act just as sedated as I want to. I can come on here and I can use big words if I want to. I can get on here and get the slanging degrees if I want to, but it ain't necessary. I don't find it necessary. I would rather for a person to be loud, if you're loud or quiet. I just need you to be telling me the doggone truth. If you tell me the truth, and if you not lead me, I don't need you lead me off the cliff to be hung and fall where I can't get up. But baby, if you say I've been there, done that, and I can show you how your life can change. I can show you how I can show you X, this, that. I can show you 1, 2, 3, this, that, and the third. I'm with it. Now, I'll try anything. And if I see it ain't working, okay. But I don't need you getting on here acting like you got your stuff all together. I don't want you to think. I don't want you telling me, well, you got some hair stuck up, but you wearing somebody's wig. I don't need you on here thinking that come on now. I don't need you acting like you perfect and you don't have no problems with this and that and everything is okay. I need you to be real. I don't need you telling me that I need to be exercising 5 days a week and drinking 6 to 8 glasses of water and getting 8 hours of sleep and I'm eating so many servings of vegetables and I need to make sure that my meat is the size of a tennis ball and it's only 4 ounces and I only eat red meat once a week and all these different sorts of types of things and don't eat prepackaged foods and all these different sorts of types of things, and you the one had the surgery. Shut up talking to me. I need you to be real and say, I'm struggling. But I know with my consistent changes, every small change will equal big results. I know that I don't have to eat, I don't have to eat no ribeye every day. I know red meat is hard to process. It's so hard on your body to process. I know I need to drink water and these different sorts of types of things. Share that. But baby, I ain't going to tell you if I go to Texas Roadhouse, I'm not going to eat me no bread with some honey butter. I'm going to eat me some until I'm full. I'm just telling you. You need people that's going to be real with you. Now, I don't have a problem where I'm miserable and I'm not motivated every day. That's not me. I'm motivated and I'm not miserable. And I have this energy 7 days a week. I have that. Now, if I was to tell you people get on my nerves, that'll be true. That'll be true. But if I get on here and tell you, no, nothing bothers me. I'm fine. Nothing, everything people do, I like it. That would be a lie. And I'm not going to get on here and tell you that. Y'all, some of y'all can be worrisome. Some of us can be worrisome. And if truth be told, you worrisome. You worrisome. And you wonder why you're not, you wonder why people don't stick around, because you done got on their last nerve. Stop being so doggone needy. Can I just be honest? Some of us are too needy. And I know some of y'all, these numbers probably start dropping off because you probably one of them. Stop being so needy. Bring something to the table instead of always having to take something from the table. Can you bring something? This a potluck. I know y'all don't like me. That's okay. I don't care. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. Stop talking about me. That's not nice. You'll be all right. You will be all right. We will be all right. We just, God has your battery charged like an energy jack. Oh, yes, he does. 7 days a week. I mean, it's crazy. You know what? But Jennifer, I think it's all in my head. We'll say, it's in your head. Literally, it's in your head. I used to tell my kids, if you think woke, you'll feel woke. If you dragging, I'm sleepy and I'm tired. That's the way you're going to feel. Whatever you want, speak it. Whatever you want, speak it. If you want to see things changed in your life, speak those things into existence. We're energy. I love the truth. Yes. I would rather for you to hurt my feelings with the truth than you grinning and lying to me any day. Please tell me the truth. Because see, the truth I get over. You lying to me, oh, I love you and this and that and you doing good. Don't tell me I'm doing good when you know I got areas and room for improvement. We got to be real. We got to be true, and we got to be honest. We have to be honest with ourselves, be truthful with other people. That's the only thing that will bring about change is the truth. Because, see, if we lying to you and telling you that the way things is, that's good, that ain't good. I don't like how you handling this relationship. I don't like how you talk to me. You got to tell people, you're going to have to speak your truth and let people know, I do not like the way we communicate in this relationship. But guess what? If you don't tell them that, they going to keep on hollering, bruh. You not calling me no doggone bruh. If God hates a liar, I can too. Absolutely. You better believe it, Niecy. But look, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I pray that I have said something to bless you, to just give you something to think about, to know that whatever you're not using, it's not going to work. And if you are connected to me and you're not using me to your full advantage, that's your loss. That is your loss. And I'm not tooting my own horn, but I guarantee you ain't going to work with me one-on-one and be connected with me and stay the same. I can guarantee you that. Not because of me, but because of what's in me, because of who operate through me. I just woke up. He operates in me. God ain't no joke it's no joke when it come to me. He likes me. There's a grace on my life, favor, and it ain't fair. You may not like it, but it's the truth. You can't leave me, honey. I'm not fooling with you today, Niecy. I'm not fooling with you today. I'm not fooling with you today. But remember, whatever we don't use, it's not going to work. It is not going to work. You have blessed me. Now you go on and bless others today. God bless you. Look, if you're new to me, this is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated, where I help you to build unshakable confidence, stop procrastinating, get your dream out of your head into your life. And hey, did y'all see the new book is coming out on Mother's Day, Sunday? It's me, oh Lord. That's another book. So, we got 3 books now. Really 4. Is there anything good that come out of the United States? We have It's Me, Oh Lord, Daily Devotion with some amazing people. I'm going to share the other pictures today. And then we also have New Woman and Soul for Prayers Volume 2. This is not the time for us to lay dormant talking about no pandemic. Baby, this is a time for us to walk and unwrap the gifts that God has given us. God bless you and have an amazing day. I'll talk to you later.